Everyone, how are you? Қазір сіздерге listening тыңдалым беріледі. Сол тыңдалымда отырып, бір немесе екінші жауапты таңдау керексіздер. Ең алдымен, traffic is bad, traffic is good. If is from Manchester, if from London. The taxi driver is from New York. The taxi driver is from Puerto Rico. London is very cheap. London is very expensive. The taxi driver has 2 sons. The taxi driver has 2 daughters. The taxi is $87.50. The taxi is $87.15. The taxi driver says, have a good day. The taxi driver says, have a good flight. Eve is late. Eve isn't late. The gate number is B5. The gate number is C5. Okay, келесі бізде reading оқылым. Оқылымда мұнда book, кітап, children, балалар, meet, кездесу, time, уақыт. Сол бос орындарға біз ана сөздерді қою керекпіз. Мысалында кеттік. Do you like the? Сен кітапты ұнаттың ба? Do you like the book? Yes, I do. It's very good. Yeah, өте күшті. She's my favorite writer. Ол менің сүйікті жазушым. I love her books. Мен оның кітаптарын жақсы көремін. Do you live in New York? Сен Нью-Йорк. No, I don't. I live in London. Жоқ, мен Лондонда тұрамын. My husband and I work for British company. Менің күйеуім және де мен компанияда жұмыс жасаймыз. Oh, do you have children? Балаларың бар ма? No, we don't. Жоқ, баламыз жоқ. I have 2 sons. 2 балам бар and a daughter. Және бір қызым бар. David and Andrew are at university. David пен Andrew университетте. Carla is at school. Carla мектепте. Look, қара. Here are some photos. Мұнда бірнеше фото бар. This is a photo of our holiday in Barbados. Мұны біздің Барбадостағы, демалыстағы суретіміз. Barbados? Барбадосты білсің ба? No, I don't. Жоқ, білмеймін. Do you want meat? Балық қалайсың ба? Fish or pasta? Немесе ет, балық немесе паста? Fish, please. Балық. Pasta for me. Ал маған паста. How is your pasta? Пастан қалай екен? It's okay. Болып дәмді. The fish is not very good. Балық онша емес. Excuse me, I don't like this fish. Кешіріңіз, мен балықты ұнатпадым. Can I have the pasta? Болады ма? I'm sorry, madam. Кешіріңіз, madam. It is finished. Қосылып қалды. Oh, I need to go to the toilet. Жетханаға баруым керек. Oops, sorry. Excuse me, what time do we arrive? Біз нешеде қонамыз? In 25 minutes, madam. 25 минуттан соң. That is good. Тамаша. Келесі сіздерде writing section, яғни жазылым section'ы. Мұнда сіздерге сұрақ берілген. Do you live near here? Сен жақын маңда тұрасың ба? Do you have brothers and sisters? Сенің аға әпкелерің бар ма? Do you watch? Watch болады. Теледидар көресің ба? Do you watch TV? Do you listen to? Тыңдау деген listen to pop music or classical music? Сен поп музыка тыңдайсың ба, әлде классикалық музыка ма? Do you read? Read. Оқисың ба? Newspaper, немесе журнал. Magazine деген журнал. Газет оқисың ба, әлде журнал оқисың ба? Do you eat? Жейсің ба? Meat, ет, or a lot of chocolate. Немесе көп шоколад жейсің ба? Do you drink Coke? Сен кола ішесің ба? Әлде beer, пиво ішесің ба? Do you speak, сөйлеу, French, German. Сен французша сөйлейсің ба, әлде немісше сөйлейсің ба? Do you have деген бар болу деген сөз. Сенде жаңа телефон бар ма? New car, жаңа машина бар ма? Do you go to gym? Сен гимнастикаға барасың ба? Әлде кинотеатрға барасың ба? Do you go to the cinema? Келесі мұнда сіздерде сөздердің орындары алмасып кеткен. Мысалы, I don't know. Мен білмеймін. Do you live near here? Жақын маңда тұрасың ба? I don't like football. Мен футболды ұнатпаймын. Do you want sandwich? Сэндвич қалайсың ба? They work in the city center. Олар қаланың ортасында жұмыс істейді. I have two sisters. Менің екі әпкем бар. Do you speak French? Сен французша сөйлейсің ба? I don't need a big car. Маған үлкен машина қажет емес. Do you go to German classes? Сен неміс тілі сабағына барасың ба? I don't have a watch. Менің сағатым жоқ. Do you listen to music in car? Сен машинада музыка тыңдайсың ба? I don't work on Sundays. Күндері жұмыс істемеймін дейді. Енді сізге спикингге сұрақтар берілген. Мына сұрақтарға жауап бересіздер. Do you live near here? Жақын маңда тұрасыздар ма? Yes, I live. Я, мен жақын маңда тұрамын деп айтатыныңызда yes. Немесе no, I don't live. Do you live in a flat or in a house? Тұрасыз ба, әлде үйде тұрасыз ба? Do you have brother or sister? Ағаңыз немесе әпкеңіз бар ма? To rock music? Rock музыка тыңдайсыз ба? Phones? Наушниктеріңіз бар ма? Яғни осы сұрақтарға жауап беру үшін записьті басу арқылы мына сұрақтарға жауап бересіздер. Келесі соңғысы бізде homework section, яғни үй тапсырмасы. Мұнда тыңдалым берілген аудионы тыңдау арқылы бос орындардың орнын толтыру керекпіз.
minute.com. Homeschool. I think homeschooling is great. I wish my parents had done this. The idea of never going to school sounds too good to be true. I hated school. I wanted to stay at home every day. I really wouldn't have minded staying at home and studying. Of course, you need to be careful not to forget studying. The thing about homeschooling I like is visiting museums or watching documentaries to learn more. This is so much better than learning in school. I think my learning at school suffered because there were many kids who didn't want to learn. I could have got better marks if I had stayed at home. There'll be more homeschooling in the future because of the internet.
Homeschooling, яғни үйде оқыту. I think homeschooling is great. Менің ойымша үйде оқытқан бұл тамаша. I wish my parents had done this. Менің ата-анам бұны жасаған. The idea of never going to school was good to be true. Шын мәнісінде мектепке бармау ол тамаша идея болатын. I hated school. Мен мектепті жек көретінмін. I wanted to stay at home every day. Менің үйде қалғым келетін. I really wouldn't mind it staying at home or studying. Мен үйде отырып оқудан қарсы емес едім. Of course, you need орындарды қарап мұқият.
I think homeschooling is great. I wish my parents had done this. The idea of never going to school sounds too good to be true. I hated school. I wanted to stay at home every day. I really wouldn't have minded staying at home and studying. Of course, you need to be careful not to forget studying. The thing about homeschooling I like is visiting museums or watching documentaries to learn more. This is so much better than learning in school. I think my learning at school suffered because there were many kids who didn't want to learn. I could have got better marks if I stayed at home. Perhaps there'll be more homeschooling in the future because of the internet.
Енді қараңыздар. I hate school. Мен мектепті жек көретінмін. Мен үйде қалғым қарсы емес едім. Of course, you need to be careful not to forget studying. Және де үйде болған кезде сіз оқуды ұмытып кетпеу керексіз. One thing about homeschooling, үйде оқығанның бір жері, I like is visiting museums. Музейлерге барасың, watching documentaries to learn more. Документарный киноларды көресің, көп үйрену үшін. This is so much better. Бұл мектепте оқығаннан әлде қайда мықтырақ. I think my learning at school suffered because there were many kids who didn't want to learn. Менің ойымша, менің мектебім ақсайтын біліммен, себебі мұнда оқығысы келетін балалар, оқығысы келмейтін балалар көп екен. I could have got better marks if I had stayed at home. Егер де мен үйде болғансам, мен жақсы бағалар алатынмын. Perhaps there will be more homeschooling in the future because of the internet. Менің ойымша, келесіде, егер интернет болатын болса, үйде оқитын адамдар өте көп болады дейді. Келесі, use verbs to lie or to lay. Мұнда не табу керексіздер. Don't trust her words. Оның сөзіне сенбе. Ол үнемі алдайды. She is always, to lie. Мұнда lie, алдайды. We usually help our mom to lay the table. Үстел жасасуға көмектесеміз. Мына жерде to lay the table. Үстел жасатамыз. He has been. Ол төсекте жатты, lying. He was lying. Ол төсекте жатты, бұл жерде lie жатты болып аударылады. Don't lie your passport on the windowsill. Телефоныңды, паспортыңды терезенің алдына тастама. Don't lie, тастама. Lie деген өтірікші, өтірік алдау деп те аударылады. Сонымен қатар lie деген және де жату деп те аударылады. You should not lie in the sun. Күнде көп жатпау керексің. Our turtle has laid. Біздің тасбақаның 5 жұмыртқа туды болса, laid болады. How dare you stand and lie in my face? Сен қалай дәтің барады менің алдымда тұрып өтірік алдауға, яғни lying. The cats were мысықтар on the rug in front of the fire. Мысықтар жатыр, ковриктің үстінде жатыр. Were lying in front of the fire. Пештің жанында. Kate wrapped the baby up and gently laid him in the pram. Kate жайлап бөпені орады да, оны жайлап клеткаға жатқызды. Laid. You will never lie to me, won't you? Сен маған өтірік айтпайсың ғой, солай ма? You will never lie to me. Lie, өтірік алдау. Келесі сіздерге видео берілген. How many rooms are there in a house? Үйде қанша бөлме бар?
Hi, Bob the Canadian here. Let's learn English around the house. Come on in. Hi, Bob the Canadian.
Your first time here, don't forget to click the subscribe button below and give me a thumbs up at some point during this video if it's helping you learn English. Well, today we're going to learn some English words and phrases that you can use to describe a house. I just came in through the front door. Houses generally have a front door and a back door. I'll show you that one a bit later. And I'm standing in the front entrance or the entranceway of the house. It's a little warm, so I'm going to take off my coat. And you'll notice behind me there's a coat hanger. So I'm going to hang my coat here, and I'm going to do what we traditionally do in Canada, and that is that I'm going to take off my shoes. Before we go any further though, I want to thank Barb the Canadian for letting me use her house today to make this video to help you learn English. The front entranceway also usually has a closet where you can hang coats and other items. So especially in the winter when you come into a home, you might want to hang your coat in the closet if there's not enough room on the coat hangers. So you'll notice behind me here the kitchen. The kitchen is one of my favorite rooms in the house. I really like food, so I really like kitchens. You'll notice behind me here that a kitchen has a certain number of items. We have the refrigerator or the fridge where you can keep food cold. This fridge has a freezer on the bottom. We also have the stove, and generally we call this part the oven where you would bake things. And up here we have the stove where you would cook things. If you look behind me here, you'll see we have a sink. So when you're all done making your food and eating your food, you can do the dishes. You can wash the dishes in the sink. And if you look over here on the counter, you'll notice that we have three things that you find quite often in a kitchen. We have a coffee maker, we have a kettle for boiling water, and we have a pitcher of water if you just want to drink some water. Up here, you'll notice that we have cupboards. So cupboards, notice it's not pronounced the way it looks. In a cupboard, you'll find things like plates and bowls that you can use for eating. Those are pretty loud. And if we look over here, we'll have what we in Canada would call a utensil drawer. So this is a drawer where you would keep spoons, forks, and knives. You'll also see this area here is what we would call the counter or the countertop. You can use both words interchangeably. So you might use the countertop or the counter to prepare food. And you'll notice hiding over here in the corner, we have a microwave, just a small appliance that lets you heat up food really, really quickly. So that's the kitchen, one of my favorite rooms. Let's move on to the living room. So we're in the living room now. The living room is the room in the home where you will usually find chairs and sofas, or what we also call couches. It's the room where when you just want to relax, this is the room that you would generally sit in. Maybe you want to read a book, maybe you want to watch TV. If we look over here, you'll see that this living room also has a TV, a television, where you could sit just to have a quiet, relaxing evening where you are going to entertain yourself by reading a book, maybe sitting and talking with friends, or watching some television. So that's the living room. Let's look at the dining room next. So another part of the house that I really like is the dining room. So this is a room with a table specifically for eating meals. So you would have breakfast, lunch, and supper at this table in the dining room. You can tell that Christmas is coming soon. I'll do a video soon about Christmas. I think next week I'm going to a parade and I'll show you a whole bunch of stuff about Christmas. But this is the dining room. We have a dining room table and we have chairs to sit at as we would eat our meals. So we're in the bathroom now, and there's really three main parts to a bathroom. We have a sink where you could wash your hands, so you could turn on the water and wash your hands. We also have, if I turn just a little bit, behind me here we have a shower, so you could jump in here to have a shower, maybe at the end of a long day of work. And then we also have, and I'm not going to describe what this is for, but we also have a toilet. I think everyone in the world knows what this is for and how to use it, so I'm not going to spend any time describing it. But you have a toilet. This is the toilet seat. You have toilet paper, and this is where you would go if you felt the call of nature. That's the nice way of putting it. So we're in the upstairs of the house now. You'll notice that we're in a bedroom. So there's a good reason why it's called a bedroom. It's because there's a bed. So in a bedroom, you're going to have a bed. You're also going to have things that in English we call dressers. So if you look over here, there is a dresser. And a dresser is a place where using these drawers, this is where you would store all of your clothes. So in a bedroom, you generally have a bed, which is right here, and you have a dresser where you can store stuff. There's also in this bedroom what we would call night tables. So there's a table on each side of the bed with a small lamp. This is a place where you could keep a book if you read at night before you go to bed. You would keep it on your nightstand or night table. So this is a bedroom. I'm not sure how easy this is to see, but I'm standing in a hallway. So a hallway is the part of the home that connects all the rooms together. This room is empty. In English, we would call this a spare room. Sometimes a spare room has an extra bed in it. This room is just empty. So we would call this a spare room. I just came down these stairs and I'm now in the basement of this house. A basement is the part of the house that is below ground. And many times in a home, the basement is used to store things. It also usually has a furnace. This is what heats the home with gas or oil in the winter, and a hot water heater. This is what makes hot water for the house as well. And usually those types of things are found in a basement. So here in the basement, it's the part that's below ground. I'll just show you a window over here for a sec so that you get a sense of where we are. So here's the basement window. It's a little hard to see, but if you look outside, you'll notice that we are at ground level or below ground level in the basement here. So a lot of Canadian homes will also have a garage. A garage is a place where you can keep your car, and a garage has a garage door, which you just saw open behind me. As well, a garage sometimes has a garage door opener. This is a device that's on the ceiling of the garage. And I'll just show you for a sec. This is a device that's on the ceiling of a garage that opens the door automatically when you click the button in your car. So that's a garage door opener. It's a little cold to be out here with no coat on, but I just wanted to show you, earlier I mentioned the back door. This is the back door of the house. When you have a back door, a lot of times you'll have a barbecue outside. And then also down here, there's just kind of a patio area. So there's an area where you can come out to cook some food in the summer months when it's warmer. You can come out your back door, you can go down your steps, and you can use your barbecue to cook some food. So this is a small patio area outside the back door. Well, hey, thanks for joining me today to learn some English that you can use around a house. Bob the Canadian here. Learn English with Bob the Canadian. If you haven't yet, please click the subscribe button below and the small bell icon so that you can be notified of new videos. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video and it helped you learn English. And please do share this video.
Okay, guys, мен бүгін бұл үйдің нелері. How many rooms are there in your house? Сіздің үйіңізде қанша бөлме бар? How did you spend your time at home during the quarantine? Карантин уақытында қалай уақытыңызды өткіздіңіз? Why do you choose the ocean or the mountains? Не таңдар едіңіз? Мұхит әлде тау? How much money will you need to repair your house? Үйіңізді жөндеу үшін қанша ақша керек? What interesting things can you do at home? Қандай қызықты нәрселерді сіз үйде өткізе аласыз дейді. Үйде жасай аласыз. Осы сұрақты жауап бересіздер. Және де бізде ең соңғы сөздер қалды. Бұл жерде someone, кто-нибудь, немесе somebody деуге болады. Ал сұраулы сөйлемде және де болымсыз сөйлемде бізде anything, anybody, немесе болымсыз сөйлемде nowhere келеді. Ештеңе деген сөз. Мұнда хат берілген. Hi Olivia, I've been in this town for 2 months. Мен мұнда болғаныма 2 ай болды. I haven't met anybody. Мұнда қараңыз not келіп тұр, сондықтан anybody келеді. Мен ешкімді қызықты ештеңені кездестірмедім. Ешкімді. Also, it's very quiet in the evenings. Кештерде өте тыныш. All the shops, restaurants close early. Барлық дүкендер мен ресторандар ерте жабылады. And the streets are empty. Және көшелер пустой. There is, мұнда баратын еш жер жоқ. There is nowhere, yeah? Еш жер жоқ десек, nowhere to go. There is good on the TV. There is nothing good on TV. Теледидарда ештеңе жоқ. That's what I thought. Бұл менің ойым. Then yesterday, сосын кеше, someone, әлде біреу, кто-то мне сказал, я біреу маған айтты. Someone told me about a sports club. Спортивный клубтар жайлы айтты. Near my apartment, менің пәтерімнің жанында. Somewhere near my apartment, менің жағымда. So I decided to try it. Менің барғым келді. And it's great. Бұл тамаша. There is weight training, tennis, swimming pool, and the people are friendly. Адамдар өте досшыл. Мұнда теннис бар, тренер бар, swimming pool, бассейн бар. So someone tells you what to do. Енді біреу саған не істеу керекін айтып тұрады. You can choose for yourself. Сен өзің таңдайсың. In the middle of the evening, сабақтың ортасында, someone said hello. Біреу маған сәлем деп айтты. I'm Gina. Мен Ginaмен. Are you doing anything later this evening? Сен кешке бір нәрсе жасайсың ба? Яғни сұраулы сөйлем келіп тұр. Сұраулы сөйлемде бізде anything болады. Сен anything, anybody болады. Сен кешке бір нәрсе жасайсың ба? Would you like to go for somewhere to eat? Егер де like десе, ол жерде somewhere болады. Яғни бір жаққа барасың ба? Бұл сұраулы сөйлем болғанымен would like деген келетін болса, бұны жаттап алыңыздар. Some келеді. Somewhere to eat. Бір жерге жеуге тамақ ішуге барасың ба? So we did. Сонымен біз бардық. Great, isn't it? Тамаша емес па? I'm beginning to feel better about town now. Қазір мен қала туралы басқаша сезімдемін. But it's fun. Бірақ бұл қызықты. I haven't been to nowhere for 2 months. Мен 2 ай бойы ешқайда бармадым. And then yesterday it all started to happen. Бірақ кешелі бері басқаша, яғни өзгерді дейді. Яғни бұл сонымен someone әлде біреу, somebody білет, кто-то деген сөз, кто-то, anything, что-то, nowhere, ешқайда, еш жерге деп аударылады. Бүгінгі сабақтың осы. Тыңдағандарыңызға рахмет. Goodbye.